Hello. Hi, everyone. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, Regina, can you do me a favor? If I make you a co-host, can you let people in the door?
Me?
Yeah, can you, if
Of
I
course.
made you a co-host, can you just keep an eye out and admit people?
You got it.
Thank you, because Sarah's in a meeting at Dylan's school today, and so she's not going to be able to be here, and it's like hard for me to talk and do that at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Hi, y'all.
Hi, Heidi. Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi,
Violetta.
Hi, Violetta.
Regina.
Hi, everyone. Hi. You all.
So fun, Valerie.
So
cried. What a dork.
Ultimate acting week. I worked on Monday. I'm working tomorrow. And today I have an audition. And weirdly, a Zoom audition, which, like, how many of those have we had? Not very many.
No, will they make you wait in that room?
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna be amazing.
Good. I know, it's good. Well, it's
You're gonna book it.
Yeah, I feel like I am. It's so perfect for me. It's a commercial, but it's like, be nice to get a little commercial.
That'll be awesome. Yes. 3-3. It's a wonderful day. It's a double digit.
It's a good week. So tomorrow, you guys, I'm going to be coming in from set, and I did negotiate with them. But Sarah's also, we're going to be back on Zoom tomorrow. I'll tell everyone when they get in here, but like Scott's wife, I don't know if you guys know this, but Scott's wife works for Facebook. So last night,
oh my God.
Yeah. So last night we put in a ticket about me being kicked off of Facebook. They can do Facebook Live anyway. Like Scott can do Facebook Live, and Sarah can do Facebook Live in the I Loves Actors. I can't. They're not letting me.
Why? So, what's the deal?
Russia. That's my answer. Russia. It's the Russians. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh my God. She's got her hand over her mouth.
Everyone's been saying for like 2 years, all the activists I follow, get off Facebook. And every day I see friends of mine going, I'm leaving Facebook, goodbye. I'll be over on TikTok, or I'll be over. So this has really told me, that number one, thank God I didn't build my business all on Facebook. That's the first thing. And that it's time to move to TikTok, because Instagram's owned by Facebook, and it's time to move to TikTok. And so that's what, hi, everyone, welcome. We're just talking until everyone gets here. We're letting everyone get in the door. We are going to be on this same channel tomorrow. We will send out the email. We will post in the group. And then we'll see what next week brings, as far as me being able to get back on Facebook to do lives. We filed a ticket with Facebook. Scott, who you guys probably saw commenting on your posts, he's one of the coaches at Actors Fast Track. His wife works for Facebook. So last night we filed a ticket with Facebook, and I was laying, thank God I've known Scott for 30 years. I was laying in bed with my nightgown, and I was like, I was on Zoom with Scott, and he couldn't figure it out. And so we just decided, hi, Brian Coffey. And Brian Coffey, you guys, is another coach for Actors Fast Track as well. For you guys that are not clients. So if you see Brian Coffey and Scott Cargill and Jesse Holder, any of those people commenting on your posts, they are all coaches for us. And so that's why they're commenting. But Brian's also playing this game. So we are going to be on here tomorrow. I am going to be shooting a movie tomorrow during the day. I did negotiate with the producers that I could be off from 1 to 1:30. If for some reason I'm not quite on time, we're going to be on this one. Don't worry. We'll post the link again. We'll email and text you again. We'll remind you. But we're going to be here on Zoom again tomorrow, and Sarah will be here and, leading the pack until I get here. But I negotiated with the producers of the film I've been working on for what seems like forever. tomorrow's the last day that that I would be able to, if I work tomorrow, that I would be able to join my group of actors at 1 o'clock. Okay, so hi, welcome. I'm glad you're here. We will, I will post this to the group again, the recording, and you will get the recording sent out to you. Okay, so I want to start with saying that I had a conversation with a client yesterday, and we've been talking about her pitching. So just so understanding, my clients are all playing this thing called the fan club game, where they choose the game that they're playing, you know, for the year, which is like, I will get cast in a speaking role in a TV show that I get paid for, or I will get cast in a certain movie, or I will get this, or I will get that, right? So there's this, one of our clients has been playing this game since last year. And it's coming down to the wire. This thing that she wants is getting cast, right? And so, you know, like what happens with a lot of you guys is that she gets stopped at, and the word that she used specifically with me yesterday is she doesn't want to seem desperate. And I just want to talk about that for a minute, because starting tomorrow, we're gonna get into the nuts and bolts of you getting your dream to come true. And so this is when you're gonna run up against the story that you've been fed for the last how many years you've been an actor before you encountered me and my message. And that story is meant to make you feel less than. Let me say that again. That story is told to make you feel less than. You are just an actor. You sit over there and don't do anything, get an agent, don't do anything, don't disrupt the way things are done, shut up, you're nothing, you're not important, you're less important than craft services. That is clearly a message that we get a lot. The other message that we get as actors all of the time is there's only one way up the mountain, and the way up the mountain is to get an agent, and the agent gets you auditions, and that's how you get in the room. And you guys have that drilled into your heads from the very beginning. And so the story that I am telling you is that there is 100 ways up the mountain. So don't worry, I'm going to come back to desperate, but this is what I want to tell you. If you guys are as old as me, you remember Maxwell House, the coffee, Maxwell House. And their advertisement was good to the last drop. Remember? Good to the last drop. So then this little company called Starbucks came around. And what Starbucks did was it realized what was coming down the path, y'all. And what was coming down the path was no one had time to sit at home anymore and drink a fucking coffee until the last drop. Everyone in the world got busy, and people were looking for an experience, a coffee experience outside the home. So Starbucks put Maxwell House out of business because they saw what was coming down the road. And I don't like to badmouth my competition. I don't really think I have any competition, but all of the other people that say that they're doing what I'm doing are telling you how to get a goddamn agent. That's all they're telling you how to do. Oh, we're going to spend a whole year working on your package so you can get an agent. And they do not see what's coming down the road. What's coming down the road is agents are going to go away and casting directors are going to go away. And you have to stand in your confidence now more than ever. You have to build a platform. You have to talk about something bigger than just acting. And one of the things, the thing that came across to me so strongly with listening to your videos last night, and I'm not done, because I need you guys to know that I am going through this experience with you cathartically as well. And what I heard from you was that you received from your friends and your family a huge amount of confidence that you forgot about or didn't realize. And so I need you to take that, and I need you to understand that that COVID changed everything in this business. We were already headed in that way, and now it's like, boom, and no one is paying attention to that. Most people are going to be left in the dirt. And what I'm telling you is now more than ever, it's important you to understand that you are a company, that you are building your own empire, your own platform, your own ability to go out there and get work and negotiate what you need to do. And that's why when I have events, I bring you people like my friend Kurt Boville. And for you guys that don't know Kurt, he's in the new show about the Lakers that Adam McKay is directed and produced and created on Showtime. And Kurt is someone that, even though he does have agents and managers, but he's someone that built his career in the last 20 years. He didn't start acting until he was 40. He built his career to where he's a series regular on an Adam McKay show in the last 20 years by getting to know producers and getting their phone numbers. That's how he got a career, not by an agent or a manager. Yes, now he has the big agent or a manager, but half the time he complains to me that they don't do anything. And so you have to understand now it's your time to take the bull by the horns. So when you say to me, I feel desperate when I'm pitching myself, no, desperation is when you are shooting dope and you need more smack. That's desperation. Asking for the job is not desperation, you guys. I'm really emotional about this because I need you to hear me. Asking for the job is not desperation. You are an actor. You tell stories. You belong in stories. You identify the stories that you belong in, and then you go ask the people that are writing, directing, or producing those stories to put you in those stories. It's really as simple as that. And while you're at it, building your platform. So I want to get rid of desperation. I want to replace it with your confidence, your security, your understanding that you're creating this platform that will provide for you. There is more work. Look, I said this, and I'm going to say it again. I did the numbers. I do the numbers every year. Last year, there were nearly 1 million acting jobs on the book given out. If you count all of the actors in all of the unions in all of the world, there's only 250,000 actors. If you double that for people that aren't in the unions, that's 500,000. That means that you had a chance of booking 2 acting jobs. So when people tell you there's not enough acting jobs to go around, or they're not currently casting white people, they're only casting Black and brown people, or they're not casting old people, that's a bunch of bullshit. The reason agents and managers tell you that is because they are unclear about what's coming down the pike, most of them. And I know who the good ones are in London, in LA, in Atlanta, in New York. I know who they are, and there's not very many of them. Right? And what do I mean by the good ones? I mean the ones that understand that we have turned into a global world, the ones that are picking up the damn phone and talking on it, and the ones that are really working for you. Because clicking a button, I don't know about you, but clicking a button is not worth a 10% commission in my estimation. And now, because everything is self-tape, clicking a button doesn't work anymore. It just doesn't work anymore. You have to have someone. So I do have confirmation that we are going to have some major people on our panel next Saturday at the Accelerate Live. One of those people is an agent that's under Brian Lord at CAA, the top agent in the world. So those are going to be people that are on our panel. We're going to have John Griffin, the executive producer of From on Epix, just got picked up for a second season. We are going to have, wait, I have to look at my list. We are going to have David Wilton, my friend from Canada, that has now produced 4 shows during COVID. And he's an actor, you guys, that produced a show with him in it. And he's going to tell us how he did that. So I'm bringing people to talk to you that are doing the things that I'm talking about, because I don't want you going to these fucking expos anymore where it's a bunch of casting directors telling you, don't email me, I'll never call you in again. Bull fucking shit. For everyone that says that, I tell you that they've cast one of my clients because my client emailed them or pitched to them. So that's bullshit. It's bullshit. And it doesn't feed, you need to constantly right now be feeding your self-esteem and your confidence. That's what you need to be doing. And that was really clear to me watching your videos last night. It's like, you guys need to be telling yourself, yes, you need to work on things. And yes, when you come up against the thing that you suck at an audition, or you blow, or you blow a pitch, or you do something that you wish you would have done better, you fix it. But that doesn't mean that you as an entirety suck, or you as an entirety are desperate, or you as an entirety are a bad person. You are amazing. All of you in this whole thing are amazing. You are blowing my mind right now. So I just want to tell you that, I set up this challenge, and then I never know what to expect. And it's always like, it's been like amazing. And you're all a part of it. And I just want to thank you so much for being a part of it and all of that. So I'm going to give you the assignment today. And this is your assignment. So now that you've been through this sort of stating your dream, right? And then going and asking your friends for adjective feedback, which was in fact some brand work, but it was also personal. Like, it was beyond brand. It was like how they see you as a person. That's why I didn't define it to just brand. That's why I want you to know that. I mean, like, when we're working with an actor, we really get really defined about a brand and a pitch bucket and all that. But that's not what we're dealing with. We're looking at you, really looking at you as a whole, 360-degree person here. So now that you've gone through all that, I want to ask you a question. What is possible now? Like, how is your dream morphed since Monday? Like, how is it morphed? So what I'd like you to do is make one more video about what your dream is. And this time I would like you to be specific. I would like you to be a specific. So just like my clients, and for you guys that are clients that are on here that are playing the fan club game, state your game again, but state the dream, like paint the dream even more. So if your game is, I will get cast in a speaking role in a TV show, tell me about what the fucking role is going to be. Like, really get specific for me, like, because all of you have closed your eyes and dreamed. Like, how many, raise your hand because I'm going to raise my hand. How many of you like listen to a song on your phone and you think about the opening scene in a movie, and you think about you coming out in that movie, and you're in that movie, and that's the theme song of the movie, and it comes out and you're like, you're living the part. I mean, we all do that, right? Like, when I was a kid, I used to act out the entirety of Jesus Christ Superstar in my living room. I acted out, this ages me, I acted out Annie in my living room. I acted out the Wiz in my living room, right? I acted out all the parts. I'm like, in my next life, I'm coming back as a black man so I can play Judas, right? And so, so I act out all the parts. And so I want you to tell me, what is that dream? Like, if you see yourself in a motion picture that's telling a story of a certain person, or maybe there's like a couple of you have a dream about playing a real life person, right? And, like you see. And so tell me what that is. Like, tell me, get specific about your dream, because then on Friday, tomorrow's challenge, I'm going to start leading you towards going after that dream in next week's challenge. So taking actionable steps that are going to put you going towards the dream. So I need you to be clear about where we're going, because if you just get in a car without a map and say, we're going on a trip, Valerie, I'm like, great. Where should we go? I don't know. I'm just going on a trip. I'll just take whatever trip I can get, which is what a lot of you were doing on Monday. A lot of you were saying, I'll take whatever trip I can get. I just want to be a working actor, Valerie. I just want to be, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I understand that, but I want you to be specific about what the dream is. Okay. I really, really, really want you to be clear about what the dream is, right? So for the purpose of this challenge, we're going to go for this dream. Now, mind you, I understand that, like, when you're learning to work, at least the way that I teach, which is business 101, what are you selling? Who are you selling to? And let's go sell, right? With or without an agent. Who are you selling to? What are you selling? Who are you selling to? And let's go sell. That's like the action, the daily action of people that we work with here. And sometimes we are selling numerous things, but generally what I find is, like, you got to learn how to sell in the beginning, because remember what I just said. You might be learning something from me here today, but however old you are is how many years I have against me, because all of the other information that you have is opposite of what I'm telling you. And so you're going to leave here inspired, but then you're going to go back to your own mind, which has been formed from all those casting workshops and all those acting schools and all those people that tell you, no, you need to get an agent, and just shut up until you get an agent. And when you get an agent, then the agent will get you in the room. So here's the question. What if you get a shitty agent? It's so funny. I see these people on these different sites, right? And they're like, oh, so-and-so got signed by this agent, by this manager, by this agent, by this manager, by this agent, and I'm like going, well, nothing's going to happen with that one. Nothing's going to happen with that one. Because now, after working the last 20 years with actors, I know who sucks and who doesn't, right? And I know ultimately it doesn't matter. Even if you're with the best agent, you still have to work your ass off on your acting career. And most people are not teaching you what to do. And a lot of times when you are taught to do what you're supposed to do, what you really should be doing, you're told that you're not supposed to be doing that. But I just want to make it really clear to you that you do not have a non-compete with any agent in the business. You also don't have a non-compete with any casting director in the business. What do I mean by that? So a casting director might come to you and say, you're not supposed to sell yourself to producers, directors, and writers. Those are my customers. I'm sorry, they're your customers. You don't have a non-compete with a casting director. You can go sell yourself to producers, directors, and writers. And I will tell you what producers, directors, and writers are figuring out in mass quantities right now. Oh, I don't need to hire a casting director for $40,000 to cast my movie. Because now that everything's self-tape, I'll just put an in-house casting director in to cast the leads. Go check it out. Hulu just hired in-house casting directors. Netflix is hiring in-house casting directors, right? I'll just hire an in-house casting director to cast my leads. And then I'll get Joe Schmo down the hall $2,000 to watch a bunch of self-tapes. So now that's bad news for us because now we got Joe Schmo watching our self-tape to get us to the people that we need to get our stuff to. So now we have to really work hard to get our stuff to the people, the decision makers. And so you don't have a non-compete with those people. You can go sell to whoever you want, as long as you are paying for your business, which I assume you are. Acting class, acting coaching, business coaching, headshots, audition equipment, whatever you're paying for, because we're all paying for a buttload of thing because we are entrepreneurs and we are paying for our business. You can sell whoever you want to sell to. Now, remember that an agent is just a commission-based job, right? And I always tell this for you guys that have never heard me say this. The agent is the dishwasher in your restaurant. I do not mean anything derogatory about this. When your restaurant is busy, do you need a dishwasher? Yes. When your restaurant is dead and no customers are coming in, do you need a dishwasher? No. No. Right? If they can't make money, they're not going to stay very interested in you. That's why a lot of you have had the experience of signing with an agent and they're like, yay, we're so excited to have you on board. And then 2 months later, you never hear from them again. Because if you didn't make them any money initially, fast, quickly, they're on to the client that is paying their mortgage, right? And so that's just frankly what it is. It's a commission-based job. They don't get a salary from you. So they are going to pay attention to the people that are paying their commission. My agent, Craig, pays a lot of attention to me because I pay him commissions. Right? Because I'm a working actor. So I need a dishwasher in my restaurant. That's my agent. He's a great dishwasher, by the way. Okay. So the assignment is to reshoot a video with your dream, specific this time, and put it in the Facebook group. Oh my God, I am halfway through your videos from yesterday. They're amazing. They're just amazing. I just have to tell you, amazing. I'm so blown away by everything. And congratulations to all you guys that are booking things. It's kind of crazy how this happens. We do something and people book stuff. I saw Leo Goodman on here. How's the commercial going? Leo?
Hi. It's good. This has mostly just been a free trip because we arrived in Slovenia. I'm in Slovenia shooting a commercial for a Autodesk. And we arrived on Tuesday morning. And then on Wednesday, we had the fitting. And then today we had our COVID tests. I'm not skipping anything. We had nothing to do on Tuesday. We had nothing but the fitting on Wednesday. And I had nothing but a COVID test this morning. Tomorrow is going to be like an at least 12-hour day shoot, and then probably Saturday too, and then we fly back. But so yeah, I've been doing sightseeing is how it's going.
Perfect. Perfect. I know, you know, it's so funny, Leo. I was saying before I shot the thing on Monday, I had to drive to Brooklyn to do my COVID test for the thing on Monday. And then yesterday I had to do my COVID test for the thing on Friday, tomorrow. That it feels like it's more about the COVID test than it's about the acting. Because I literally got my lunch choices for Monday and all my COVID stuff and a book about COVID before they ever sent me a script.
Oh, wait, can I say another thing also?
Yes.
As long as you're asking me how things are going, is
Yeah.
my agent, my commercial. I don't get a lot of auditions from my legit agent, but my commercial agent is on top of shit. My commercial agent emailed me an hour ago at checking my avails for something, and I looked at it, basically the casting director was like, we want to make sure we check in his avails, and I looked at this and was like, did I audition for this? And she goes, no, I submitted you, and the callback is today, and I told them you weren't available for it, but they want to check your avails anyway. I'm like, okay, did I? So I don't know if I worked with this person or what, but that's nice.
I love that. I love that. Thank you, Leo. Awesome. Leo was a client of ours and Brian Coffey was his coach.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good, good, good. Who has a question today? Does anyone have a question? Yeah, Heidi.
Okay, so this is typical of me, but I have to ask it anyway, because some of us are probably thinking it. If we have a different focus for, let's say, if you have a dream for TV and you
Yeah.
also have a dream for film, would you like us to get specific about each and put them both in there? Not to complicate things, but just.
Well,
if you
okay,
have
I'm
to
going
choose
to
one,
answer that
want
because
us
you've
to choose one?
already you've already worked extensively with me. So the answer to you is yes. For you guys that have never done this kind of work, like pitched yourself directly to a producer, director, and writer, I'd like you to start with one dream, because how we learn how to do something is by doing something one and sort of picking it apart as we go along and see what works and what doesn't. You know, like, how do you learn to juggle? You do one ball and then you add the second ball and then you add the third ball. So when you're learning a new skill set, and if you guys have been pitching to producers, directors, and writers on a regular basis and been getting auditions as a result of that and bookings, then you can have as many fucking dreams as you want to have. But if you have never done this, if you're waiting in that long ass line to get the agent to go up the mountain, then I recommend that you start with one dream. But in answer to your question, Heidi, yes, you can have two. Evans, yes. Evans for Micah.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Thank you, Leo. I just saw your post. I just sent him a direct mail, so I just got the answer. Thank you. I did a showcase last night on Zoom with a whole bunch of graduating MFA
Oh, you
students.
did that MFA thing? How did it go?
It went great. I was awesome all the time. You get, like, I think I'm wonderful. My opinion of me makes up for what everybody else thinks, apparently. So, but everybody was really good. There were a lot of really, really good performances there, and they sent us a link saying, hey, here's what everybody did. So I got this big link of everybody. I'm like, I can chop this down. I can put in just mine and, and put it onto my website and stuff. And so I contacted the people who hosted it. I said, hey, is it okay if I put this on my website? They came back, yeah, no, this is only for educational purposes and training only. We don't want you posting this on your website. What do you think? What's your reaction?
Well, I mean, that's their prerogative. That's their prerogative. I mean, it's one-on-one, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't want to say.
Yeah. Okay. So listen, for you guys that don't know, and you guys in London, you definitely don't know this, but 5 years ago, the state of California filed indictments against casting workshops and individual casting directors. And it really was bad. It was bad. I mean, like, people's lives were ruined, and it was all done by this one bitter, ugly casting director that, wasn't getting the best jobs, and he was pissed. And so he could have been gone and built a great thriving business like Emmanuel Pierrot, like Emmanuel Pierrot is kicking ass, right? But instead he decided to go after other casting directors, and they got indicted. It was super bad. And so that's the reason, Evans, is because they have to watch their ass. They have to watch their ass. And that's all they're doing, is watching their ass as a business. And so it's understandable. Now, what I'm hoping is that, is there a way for you to follow up with those directors?
No, they didn't give us anything yet.
Now that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. I wish there was a way that you could follow up with them. But I'm glad that you did that, because so what Evans did is he went and did a casting workshop with all of the graduating seniors from MFA from NYU. That would be like for you guys doing Met School in UK, right? It's like one of the best film schools. And, and one way to really build a career is to have a couple of directors that you become a muse for, and they put you in every film. And so I suggested to Evans as his coach that he do that. And I'm really glad, and we will talk on your private session more about that. So great job.
Hey, can I just say, hey, Evans, just find those email addresses for people like we do for all the other stuff, and just start sending emails. Just because they didn't give you their contact information doesn't mean that you
Did you get their names though? Did you get their names?
No, we didn't get anything. In fact, the room, they were all in one room. So I think it was probably on campus somewhere, and all the lights were out. So it was just a black square that came up saying MFA students.
God, what's the point? God.
So that they can see us. And so they get all of our contact information, but we don't get theirs.
Yeah. Well, that's also Mark. I've known Mark since he started one-on-one. That's Mark. Mark's a good businessman. He's making money. That's what he's doing. And he's running his business the way he runs his business, And so that's it. But it was good for you to do that, because if one of them comes out of there, and even if they don't, remember the layering effect. So what I mean by the layering effect, you guys, is that it takes, like, so Evans gets in front of them, right? And we know that the next Spike Lee, the next Martin Scorsese is probably in that class, because they always are at NYU, like the MFAs. That's where they went. That's what happens, right? And so those people are going to go on in 2 to 3 years to start directing really big features. And you're going to have built your career by then and continuing to reach out to them. And then what happens is they see you and they go, I know that guy. And who do we cast? Who do we bring in? The people we know. So you're building your brand and your name. I mean, your name is unforgettable. Evans Formica. I mean, it's a great name. So you are building that out to the world right now, and what we do with Evans Formica and how we cast him and what part of my story he tells. So like, you are meant to work with someone like a Wes Anderson, right? And so there's a Wes Anderson in that group that saw you last night and go, well, he's a bit off and weird. I'm going to put him in my next film. And that's how it works, right? So you're really branded. You're really clear about that now. And so just keep taking the action, because it will result in working acting work. Once you guys get the first acting job, for you guys, a lot of you guys have worked. A lot of people on here have worked a lot. But Evans is just trying to get his foot in the door. That's where Evans is in his acting career. He's been doing typical low budget indie films, things like that, right? So what he's trying to get on to the next level. So once you get that next level thing, then it'll be a lot quicker to the next, and then the next. Because once it's like this, when you throw a rock in a pond and the things spread out, you're on the last one, and it's the most distance to go to this one. And then the closer you get to the rock, they get closer together. All right. My Muslim coach this morning quoted the Bible. My coach is Muslim, and he quoted the Bible, which I think is great. But he says in the Bible, he knows the Bible better than most Christians I know. But he said in the Bible, they say glory, glory, glory. And he said, it's glory, glory, glory. And it's what you do in that valley that makes you successful. We live for the glory, and the glory gets bigger, but the valleys also get deeper. Like at the end of a video game, when you're about to win a video game, I don't know, I don't play video games, I just do them. But at the end, when you're about to win a video game, the biggest monsters come out, right? So it's like, being an entrepreneur is not for the faint of heart. And no one ever tells an actor you're an entrepreneur. I'm telling you, you're an entrepreneur. And so, right. So Evans has been struggling a little bit, like when you see other people get book things in Actors Fast Track, and you're like, why not me? Why not me? Right. And I'm telling you that your glory is coming. It's coming. Right. You just have to keep taking the action, and that's how it comes. Right. And it's that belief. It's that hold up of that belief. Right, Heidi? Yeah. So Heidi just booked an animated series. Okay. Yes, Harry Dean.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Hello.
Hello. Wait, you're so quiet. Let me turn you up. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, it might be my mic. Better?
A little better, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I've got a dumb question.
Okay. There's no dumb questions. Don't say that.
Cool. I've been a bit scrambled with this whole challenge, because I've been spending the last few weeks trying to save a theatre project that I've been working on for a few years.
Great.
In Moscow. It's past the point of saving now. But so I wasn't able to, I've done the one with all the task with all the adjectives, but I haven't put together the video about what my dream is. And to be frank, my dream involves getting surprised, and that's a very difficult thing to plan for. Is in some ways I like the idea of what you talked about of having being a director's muse and not knowing what's coming down the line. So I'm just a little
Okay, Harry
uncertain.
Dean, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to be the
Okay.
devil advocate here. I think that's a freaking story you're telling yourself. I think that's, I think that's, I think that I don't buy that. And I mean, I feel like, look, I think you've been scared out of asking for what you want. Well, that's really ballsy of me to say that, and you might just say "fuck you" and leave, and that's fine.
I like ballsy questions.
Okay, good. So I think I call bullshit. I say that you do know what you want, and I challenge you to look at that. Great. I think it's great. We're always surprised when I did my one-woman show, and I was working my ass off, and I was in the New York City Fringe. I got all this shit happened in my acting career, and it was a surprise, right? So a lot of times we're over here really working hard on our dream, and then Steven Spielberg shows up and puts us in his movie. That shit happens. That's the surprise. But the surprise doesn't happen if you're not on the journey. I just made that up. But what I'm saying is, like, you need to look, just do the exercise. Don't just tell me what the dream is, because I know you've had a dream. So what's the dream surprise? Like, who do you wish would show up and put you in his movie or put you in her movie? You know, like when you close your eyes and you as a kid, sometimes you got to go all the way back there to where you were a little kid. And you know, when I was a little kid, I used to dream about David Cassidy. Y'all probably don't even know who that is. Some of you young people. Kareem's going, yeah.
I know of him.
All right. So yeah. So Harry, I challenge you to just do the challenge and not worry about what you thought before this. So just go down and put the dream down. And don't worry, you guys, if you missed any aspect of this. On Saturday, that's why we're going to be together on this for an hour and a half, because we're going to talk about everything that was uncovered and catch up, and then we'll do the next week, right? So don't worry about that. Okay, I can literally stay for about 5 more minutes, and then I have to go run myself to some stupid appointment that I have to do. Okay, yes, Violetta, did you have a question?
I have.
Okay, and I will ask you next, Chris, I promise.
Yeah, so it's like kind of like a specific question. So I saw this open call that I was a little iffy about, because it was like about Anne Frank and Margaret Frank, and then I saw that National Geographic was attached to it, and it made me feel less. But I'm feeling a little, and they're asking like for a video submission introducing yourself. And I don't know if I want to mention this or not, because it feels a little icky. But my grandparents were survivors of the Holocaust.
You need to say that. You need to say that. You need to say that. Absolutely, you need to say that. You know, one of our coaches who's no longer with us, but she's with us, she's on the plane, she didn't die, but Carolyn Faye Kramer was a coach for Actors Fast Track for many years. And one of my great loves is that right when Trump was elected, she was doing Anne Frank at the only theater in DC. Mm-hmm. And they said it was the most prolific production of Anne Frank that they had ever seen because of Carolyn Faye Kramer in the title role. Mm-hmm. And I think that that is your role. I feel like you need to go and do whatever you can do to get that. So absolutely, you need to talk about that. Absolutely, you need to say that. That it's important to you. When you're pitching yourself, always look for the connection to your own reality. Because but you guys were all speaking the truth on the Facebook page, I was crying, you were crying, right? I mean, you were amazing, Violetta. So like, you know, so I don't know who's got someone mute because I hear myself. I don't know who, you know, I don't like your share was amazing. So you just need to keep coming from that place of vulnerability. When you were reading your adjectives, I was sobbing because you were so real in that moment. And I was on the Zoom with your coach trying to figure out the Facebook shit. And I'm like, oh my God, Violet is amazing. And he was like, I know, she's amazing. And so I was just, you know, really blown away by you yesterday. And so keep going there to your vulnerability, because that's the shit that's going to get you cast. Okay, great. Chris, yes, one more question. And then I'm sorry, you guys, I do have to go. Yes, Chris.
Hi.
Hi.
I dropped by Ridley's office again, and to give Archie his gift. He wasn't there, but I also brought an extra gift, you know, in case. Alice was there, so she was bowled over. And I found the email of the casting director. There are 6 producers on the movie, 3 from the original. So I'm going to write to the casting director. How can I approach him?
No, you're gonna no. You're gonna do a pitch video, and you're gonna edit in scenes from Alexander into that pitch video.
Okay.
Okay, and then you're gonna send that pitch video with edited scenes of Alexander into all of the producers.
So should I not send the 5-minute trailer?
No, just take edited scenes from it. Don't send the whole 5-minute trailer.
Okay.
And tell them why it's important. You're perfect for this movie and you want to get an audition for it. Here's something you've been working on during COVID. Check it out. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you for your attention. I really look forward to auditioning for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone. Listen, I will see you on this channel tomorrow. Go make your video about how your dream morphed since Monday. Remember to be specific, and I will come live to you from the movie set tomorrow. If there is an issue, Sarah will be here, but I will be here. Sarah will start it at 1 o'clock, and we will send reminders and we will post it in the Facebook group. Thank you for your understanding about Facebook being a bitch, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next round. Okay, bye everyone. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, have fun on set.
See you on set. Bye, thanks.
Bye, Valerie.
Bye.